I went from 0 to 6 figures in less than 6 months selling watches, and this is how I did it. It's extremely important, the pictures you take. This is the only watch used in space. Here it is, $4,450. I get to do this as a side hustle and still make money doing it. Once we are set up with packaging, then that's when we go in and we set up our shipping, and we print our label based on the measurements of the box, based on the weight of the box. We do our shipping, and then we print it on our printer right back here. And now we're ready to package the box up, and it's ready to go out to our client. One of the principles that we teach is quitting your way to the top. And so what I have learned to do is we have my personal assistant. She will break down all of these letters based on what the price point is. So they're already printed, already signed, ready to go. She will package all these up and make these little gift boxes. So all I have to do is grab. So when I'm putting all this together, all I have to do is just grab. See, the boxes are wrapped. And so now, literally, I just grab what I want and put it together. Now, if we're dealing with a customer who is somebody local, then what we will do is we had custom bags made that have our logo on them. Remember, the client experience is everything. The presentation is almost as important as the quality of the product itself. And so what we will do is take and package this up. If we're not shipping it, because if we're shipping it, we'll put all this in a box. But if we're not shipping it, we'll put it all into a bag like this. Like I said, all this stuff is already prepared for me. And then that. And now you've got your gift bag. Again, you're selling high-end watches, it's got to feel high-end. This is why your brand matters. If your brand is to deal with a lower-end product, then you don't have to go as extreme. You still want to think it through. But if you're dealing with a high-end client, you want a high-end look and feel to everything that you do, because your brand marketing has got to be consistent. You cannot be a high-end brand and use cheap packaging, cheap products, and you just the wrapping, whatever the paper is, we use a higher quality paper because it's important. And people can feel that, they can tell when you have taken the time to give them something quality. So when we get Amazon boxes that are the right size, we will keep those and hold on to them. FedEx will give you free boxes. UPS will give you free boxes. So we keep all of this packing stuff that I know it's a little junky, but we keep it all as packing material so that when we go into packaging up something to deliver it, we have no expense in packaging because we keep the stuff that we get and we recycle it. Plus, it's better for the earth because we got to take care of the earth. We only got one. When it comes to marketing, there are things that I've learned that give the best impression. So in other words, when I bought this watch, I bought it as watch only. So it's a Tudor, which is made by Rolex, but it's called an Oyster Prince, which is a slightly smaller sized watch than what the Datejust or anything like that would typically be. So I have a distributor that I can buy the boxes from, which is the nice display box that comes with it. But I want you to look at how dark it looks now. And then what I'm going to do is when we take our pictures, see how much more detail you can see? And so a lot of times what we'll do is we'll hold it up against the backdrop here and we'll position it in a way that the light hits it. The reason why it matters is because, again, understanding your brand. When you're selling watches that are, 10, 20, sometimes upwards of $30,000, it's a high-end brand. People are dealing with a high-end product. And so your pictures have got to be quality. Your pictures have got to represent who you are. Your website, all of your materials, your marketing materials, all have to represent well what it is that you do. It doesn't have to be highly expensive. It just needs to be executed well. But you got to understand you can't sell something that's high-end and use low-budget methods, use low-budget pictures. You really got to make sure you keep it at the level of the brand in which you're trying to build. For free business coaching, please visit us at leadershipuncensored.org.